Christ, what is this timeline when I'm seeing Brandsick, Sledge, and Trakina all, like, in this comic along with the original MMPR Rangers?
What it is like it's apparently all of the Ranger villains are going to try to kill the original team.
So time travel shenanigans?
Yep.
Nothing new. I also believe we're live. I have to double check.
All
Yes,
right.
we're live.
Indeed.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Internet.
Hello, everyone. It's
Hi,
good to
Dr.
see you
Nick.
today.
Yes, and now I think at this point, none of us will ever need a drink again in this game.
If this here's a true story we just made up.
As Zeno and Rue are currently absolutely drenched in wine from the waist down.
No, remember I did our presentation on us to weed dry and all that.
Oh, yeah.
I helped.
But we're still
But-
in the upside down, literally.
I was gonna say you got Enoch.
You're on the upside down. Your son's in the upside down.
Bob was coming back from the upside down. He's right side up because Dan went to fetch him.
Oh,
Soon
right.
we will all be upside down.
Soon it will all be clean.
All right.
Oh, that's not a menacing what you did. I don't like that laugh you did. That was
I mean,
that was
I never
no.
intended that to be.
No,
Just-
that was bad. That was bad what you did.
Fuck, when
Oh,
the DM
guys.
last is already too late.
Yeah.
I don't like the badness you did.
By the way, guys, for today's ad I got for multiverses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, can someone give me that game? Because I don't have the money to buy a new fighting game right now.
Mm,
Because that looks fun.
yeah, it does.
It
look
looks like
fun.
everything that Nickelodeon Fighters wasn't.
I just love how people made the comparison of, oh yeah, flashback to Super Smash Bros. Brawl when Mennonite was OP and everybody was just stout smashing, and then somebody posted a screenshot from Multiverses where 4 Tazes were also spinning around. History repeats itself.
We're gonna ape something. Ape from the best.
That's fair. It's absolutely fair.
All right. Well, if anybody else doesn't have any points of order, I think we can go ahead and start the session proper for tonight.
Sounds good.
Nope, don't got anything.
I was like,
Okay.
I was expecting that.
You legit made me concerned. I'm like, wait, should I turn down the music for you? Fuck.
No. I don't got anything.
All right. Well then, let us begin with our introduction, as is tradition.
I got you.
Welcome, one and all, to session 38 of Chult of Personality. When last we left the expeditionaries, Rue, the human druid monk, Zeno, the half-goat, half-elf sorcerer, Enoch, the human warlock, Dan, the half-elf witch, Tyrant Bane of Omu, the Minotaur paladin, and Elise, the wood elf ranger fighter. The party did some spelunking in the underground river in the first level of the Tomb of the Nine Gods. On one end, downriver, was an open waterfall cavern that descended into darkness below, which bore a cliff with a lonely, perfectly normal chest. Spoiler alert, it was not, in fact, a perfectly normal chest, but a mimic which attempted to attack Zeno and Dan on the flying broom. But through Elise's arrows and magic by Zeno, the mimic was handedly defeated. The expeditionaries then continued upriver, past a gas pocket which Rue had gusted away, to another cavern, this time with a very not normal looking chest suspended in midair by chains. With a dispel magic casting, the heavy chest plummeted into the water, and our party acquired some treasure, including a spell scroll of Remove Curse. They then returned to Moa's tomb to attempt a long rest. But first, they decided to displace the skull of the doomed child down the waterfall cavern. With a long rest and level up acquired, the party awoke to a self-polymorphed Zeno, who revealed that, after he changed from a goat in the polymorph form, how much more his Goatman curse had progressed. Tyrant Bane gave a big hug to Zeno, was casting Remove Curse upon him, returning Zeno to his normal half-elf self. The expeditionaries then proceeded once more to the second level of the tomb, where they discovered that the ring-shaped passage led to another tomb. Enoch commanded Vorn Jr. to open the coffin in the wine trap room of the other tomb, which then resulted in him being trapped inside. Meanwhile, in the initial tomb, Rue decided to see what would happen by also opening the coffin in that tomb. As the sunlight bathed inside the coffin, she allowed herself to be sealed inside. Shortly after, chaos erupted, as the room began to flood with wine, whilst 3 elemental forms emerged from the flooding walls. Zeno, with some quick thinking, Dimension Doored inside to extract Rue with an additional casting of Dimension Door, and saved her from drowning in her sorrows. As Rue and Zeno lie outside of the trapped room, in the process of being prestidigitated to clean their clothes from wine, and as the rest of the party gathers once more, did Vorn Jr. survive his encounter with the wine weirds in the other tomb? And what other dangers lie in wait for our heroes on this floor? Let's find out. So,
Sad I'm not a goat anymore.
And you never will be.
I was about to say,
Every
you're the only
time you
one.
show lick that staff, I'm going to grab you.
I can polymorph into a goat. Like he's gonna probably just start doing that.
I was just about to say that too. You can be a goat whenever you want. It's not that big a deal that you lost staff.
Don't you make me whiff spell slots on you.
Also, above Game Mill, I'm pretty sure I would just know if Vorn Jr. survived or not, because if he did, I would no longer be concentrating on the spell.
yeah, by about this point, you feel your connection with Vorn Jr. gone, as if something happened to him.
Well, that's disconcerting. Huh. Just looked at Dan. Well, whatever was in there was strong enough to take apart Vorn Jr.
Probably the same thing that was attacking Rue, if the rooms are the same on both sides.
And you said she got out of there alright, right?
Yes. Zeno used Dimension Door, poured it in, poured it out.
Alright. Enoch is still looking pale, having just, again, thrown up from anxiety moments before. Alright.
We're all okay.
Yep, and I'll say for the sake of brevity, you guys are currently gathered at this intersection of the ringed hallway next to the wine room in the hallway. So, the question for the lot, I will present to you once more. Where do you go from here?
We're still on the landing screen.
Oh, right. My apologies.
We need the map.
Here's the map.
I mean, we could do it all theater of mind from here, but that's probably not as entertaining to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you're right. Not as entertaining.
Alright, well, do we want to explore here on... I forget, which side are we on? Upside down or right side up?
You guys are
I'm
currently right side up. Air quotes.
So we're in the original area.
It would seem so. Like you said, the body of the man still lies over here.
Okay.
Of the other goat man.
Well, we could go to the other side and see if the Aijin room has changed at all, because it's a different tomb.
Well, my first
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, my first concern would be we'd know something's different, because when we went into the room last time, corpse is not there, points to it, and last time we went to the Aijin room, we had to tie rope just to get down there, so if there's no rope around it, there's already something up.
Well, I mean, I could get down there, climb through, hop on my broom, fly down.
It's kind of a tunnel. I'm not sure you could actually do that. I think you just end up falling onto a stone sarcophagus.
I mean, does it open up any? Where does it open up? How much time do you think I'd have to maybe hop on?
It's basically a few feet and then drop.
Ah,
Yeah, it's like literally the next floor down.
I feel like we're tempting fate doing this. I think it would make more sense to travel down as a group, maybe.
I have to agree, especially because I don't want anyone else to try to do something stupid and get trapped. Looks right at Rue.
She dangerously raises her eyebrow.
Don't give me that! I just had to waste 2 spell slots on you.
I'm sorry, did you not want to explore this place? Or
Yes,
have I been in a
but
misconception all this time?
safely. Yes, but safely.
This is the
I
first
don't
time.
want anyone.
This is the first time you've had any inclination about safety whatsoever.
Look, that was the good thing about that staff, is actually made me realize, oh shit, I might die.
As a goat.
And as a goat.
the-
Yes.
the staff made you realize that.
Also the fact that that we lost Wick, which I don't really, I still haven't gotten over that, unfortunately, and I don't want to lose anyone else today, or ever really.
No, I get that.
I will tell the elders of their legend.
All right, so
That is, but in order to tell the elders of legend, we have to get out of here. And I'm not getting out of here until I run this sword through that necromancer.
fair enough. All right, so we have 1 for 1 to check out the tunnel to Igen's crypt. There's also that other path we haven't looked at. Do we have any objections?
None for me.
No, I'm good.
I would be good with investigating the other side of the balcony. I don't think we've been that way before. As Kawasha chimes in.
I
But
might also be inclined to explore at least the rest of this floor. That way, if we do go back to the other side, we know what the main differences for everything are.
Good point.
Fair.
All right, so that's sounds like 3 for checking out the rest of the floor. If anyone objects, now's your time.
Again, let's just go together.
All right.
The last couple of fights that you've been in, I've been absent in them, except for the spiders. I'd like to take a more active role, if it's all the same.
By all means.
Yeah.
As Yuki, being towards the front, makes her way closer. Oh, I don't like that. I hear the sounds of groaning up ahead.
Let me take the lead for you. I will scoop Yuki.
Oh, thank you.
It's okay. It's all right. I will nestle her in my shield arm.
Oh. She just kind of does that thing where, where her front legs go limp and her back feet are just kind of dangling a little bit, just slack.
Now, how did you detect that there's something groaning up ahead?
Perception check for me, Tyrant Main.
This is my best trade. Perception. 14.
14. Yeah, you get the sense you hear some groaning coming from over here.
Ooh, I can pinpoint that. Hold on a minute. Oh yeah, I can pinpoint that. You keep your groaning. Oh, you'll be known to me in just a second. Yeah, you're doing a good job. Dude. Good job with the groaning. There you go. Divine sense.
Oh yeah, you definitely sense undead coming from that direction. You sense undead, and you sense desecrated ground up ahead.
desecration as well. It smells foul, like sickly sweet rot.
Is it a kind of smelly smell?
It smells smelly. Look, who else is gonna give you sniff-based divine sense?
Oh, I can
Let me
just
tell
feel
you.
the wafting.
Can you see if there's undead over there? Not at all, boy.
I don't need to see them. I smell them. What do they smell like?
You don't want to know.
But yeah, do you pass this along to the rest of us?
Yes. There's undead and desecration ahead of us.
Oh, great. Enoch immediately turns his hand into a sword.
According to legends and fables in my tribe, desecration, when stepped on, can actually despoil the spirit as well as the will. Take care not to step on those.
Fair enough.
Come on, Yuki. You'll be safe with me.
Alright. As you approach this over here, I will describe this for you, Terramain. 3 oval holes are carved into a 9-foot wide, 9-foot high stone door at human head height. As you approach, 3 humanoid heads stick out of the holes, each covered in putrid flesh, and gnashing on an iron bit bolting into the chain bridle.
I'm going to gently set Yuki down. And I'm going to take up my sword arm and my shield. And I'm going to investigate them. They're just stuck in the holes? Just chewing on chain?
Yeah, that's like I said, there are 3 holes. Each head has one of these, forms. And yeah, they basically just have a bitten bridle that's in their mouths and they're just groaning. And
Is the person who designed this module okay? What a fucking weird, wild, sad way to go.
Hamilton Ward, man. Like, you saw Adventure Time. You know how he is.
Yeah? He's gentle as a lamb, but fuck me. Alright. There's undead heads chewing a chain, but they don't look... Well, they don't really look, They can't get to us. That's the strong point, what I'm taking here.
Yeah, correct. Let me just put these on the right layer.
So
Do
this
we want to deal with them?
I believe one of the riddles was the dead abhor sunlight.
I was thinking about that, but how do we get sunlight to here?
I have a spell.
Oh!
You
Alright.
do?
Why,
Now-
yes,
Oh.
as a matter of fact, I do.
By all means.
Means the floor is yours.
Like Tire Page is gonna take a hoof step back and just do the wave of just like after you. Yeah, that's pretty great.
Yeah, no. Enoch's just gonna be like, well, Dan uses moonlight all the time, I guess. It makes sense.
Yes, Rue. Yes, Dan, the wrathful moon, and Rue, the cheery sun. No, that doesn't sound right.
Now I'm picturing just Battlefield the future, angry moon on one side, daylight on the other. We'll have a Kirby boss battle going
I
on.
was just about to make that joke.
Oh,
Alright.
gosh.
You know what? I like the way this. Let's just see. Caitlin, call high or low?
Oh boy. Hi.
Okay. Well, as you begin to cast daylight into the middle of this room, or rather on top of these zombies, I gotta get the right layer here. God dang it. There we are. You see the heads begin to disappear like as they begin to walk away. And after a little bit, a guttural groan begins to arise as the door that was currently here begins to slide up.
Ooh, business time. I'm gonna stand right here, just slap my sword against my shield.
And as you look, Tyrant Bane, the zombies are starting to walk away as you see that attached to each of those bits and bridles on each of these undead is a chain. And as you look at it, there's a series of pulleys that run from the zombies up to the door. And as you look up, the chains are currently hoisting the door up. And let me go ahead and reveal this. Let's see, that's 5, 10, 15 feet. And reveal this.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
6 glass cauldrons brimming with humanoid bones line the walls of this tomb, at the center of which stands an ancient chariot bearing a brown sarcophagus with treasures strewn atop it. Paintings on the chariot's body show a tall bird with a long, sharp beak. On the soft wall, a bronze shield bears the embossed image of a Chultan warrior carrying a spear. Below, an inscription that reads, "Bow before no one." 4 bronze statues stand on pedestals to either side of the shield. They depict Chultan warriors, 1 holding a sword, 2 with spears, and 1 missing its face.
That's not what I was expecting.
Enoch and Rue, you both feel a tap on your shoulder.
Hmm?
Because Zeno's casting this. You guys can fly now.
Ooh.
I am no longer the only one in the air.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. This is weird. Peter Pan moment.
Just think.
Ooh.
Just trust me. You're gonna need this. Been working on this for a while in the background.
Welcome to the air. Fun
Yeah,
to have
dude.
some others up here.
Oh, damn it.
If you ever want to do this without the broom, like I can let you do that. Talk about it later. Talk about it later.
Well, Tower
So-
Bane, if you want to enter the fray, we got your back.
Tyrant Bane.
Tyrant Bane?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Now we can.
Yep.
Well, we
good.
couldn't. Now we can.
Oh, okay.
That was weird.
What's wrong with you? Poor little machine.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. And I will bow down and I will drag my hooves across the earth and let forth a mighty bellow and I'll charge in.
Alright. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and say let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, well, I guess I'll be here because I want to charge. Well, you know.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's a nat 20.
The zombies. That's for Kawasha.
Wow, Mage is at the top. This is weird.
Kupalue.
No, it's good. You can set the zones and I can dance around them like a very large cat.
Oh no, Caitlin's still rolling like she's a tank in the party.
Hooray!
Oh,
I mean, I kind of am, so long as I turn into bear.
True.
Druids can be whatever the hell you want them to be. It's pretty great. It's a really,
true.
it really is a choose your own adventure with them.
I mean,
You
she
want-
is also part monk, which can also mean tank.
You want her to be DPS? She can be DPS. You want her to be tank? She can be tank.
So Orvex rolled a 4.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Alright. And with that, let's get some good music going. Let's see, what would be some good music for this?
Is this going to be a return to the bongos?
Yeah, that seems appropriate enough for this. Alright, Zeno, you're first.
Okay. So, he's gonna fly right here. And sees these, or like aim right here, hit these three with shatter.
Okay. Alright, that's gonna be some con saves. That's caught. That's a failure.
And
That's
no
a failure.
surge.
That's a failure.
13 points of damage on all
13
three of them.
Damage. Alright. That.
Fly back. Is he gonna get a good look?
Alright.
So, you know, a thought occurs before I moonbeam. Aren't these zombies holding the door open for us? Isn't that how this contraption works? They're bridled up, pulling the door because they moved away?
It did occur to me, yes.
So, do we want to kill them, or
Let's get
just
in the room
maneuver
first.
around?
Let's get in the room first.
Alright. Can I fly overhead of them?
Yep. Yeah, the door's 9 foot tall, and it's 12 foot in the hallway, and then it opens up to 20 feet in this room. So, yeah, you could definitely fly above them.
So I'm gonna go over here. And then one last point before I cast anything. Moonbeam, yay or nay?
Nay.
Nay.
Alright then.
Oh, yeah. One more important point of order, Dan. As you fly into this room, standing next to one of the columns over here, you see another skeleton. This one has a square-shaped piece of metal bolted to its head.
There's a skeleton with a metal square on his head.
Is he holding anything up?
Is he?
Nope, he's just standing right next to that column.
No, he's just standing next to the column.
Then him can shoot.
Prioritize his destruction.
Alright. Let me find Maleficia Fulmin! And I'm just gonna do just your standard level 1 witch bolt on the skeleton.
Alright.
Does a 14 hit?
It does hit. Roll damage.
Alright. That'll be 11 points of lightning damage.
As it just begins to rattle and jitter with all of that lightning coursing through it. And it looks like that did a number on it.
I'd like to imagine that the lightning mark that it always leaves for me to constantly anchor in is right on the metal plate.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like big old electrical surge just jolting right down through its spine. I love it.
And I think that'll be the end of my turn there.
Alright, Enoch, it's your turn.
Alright, Enoch will fly in above these guys to about here, because that's about all space he's got. And he'll just spy the metalhead skeleton, and he'll just point his sword. Well, so much for close combat. Start blasting. Nat 20.
Natural 20, yeah, roll the damage on that blast.
Hell yes.
Plus max.
So that's 12.
So that's... So 12, yep. As your Eldritch Blast just goes and connects right in the middle of this thing's chest, it collapses on the floor. And the skull just jolts onto the side. Tunk, 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 tunk.
Oops. Ignore that.
Oh,
I am not perceiving.
well. I didn't expect that to work so quickly, but okay. Enoch will just hover there now, just confused.
Alright. Alright, next up is Tyrant Bane.
All right. Well, that one's destroyed. Are we prioritizing these three too?
I think we should figure out how the door works before we kill them.
Yeah. I'd rather not be trapped in here or unable to ever come back in here.
Got an idea then. Moving on in.
All right.
All right. Let me see if this is an action or a bonus action. Just give me a second. Okay. Oh, this is gonna suck for them. Oh, it is a bonus action. You know what? Fuck it. I'll do it anyway. Tyrant Bane is going to hold aloft his sword and his weird half Grecian sash that he uses as a holy item is going to glow. And he's going to go, "Those who fear Ankh, fight me!" And he's going to go ahead and use Channel Divinity.
Ah.
It's Champion Challenge this time.
All right. So, wisdom save throw. Fail. Fail. Pass. But, oh well. Alright, so we'll say that one failed and that one failed. Alright. Anything else then, Tyrant Bane?
Yes, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and cast this on myself. Heroism.
Alright.
That makes it so I can't be frightened, and I gain temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of my turns.
Alright.
So that's 8. I want to say 8.
Alright, it's starting 3 turns. Alright.
Alright, and that's going to be the end of my turn.
Next up is Kawasha.
Hot and a boost.
He's going to bonus action. Rue, you see him touch his staff that he has on there, and you see a familiar magical energy just kind of sprout from it. As he goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to run to about here, and you see him grasping his quarterstaff, ready to swing at anything that gets close. Next up, it's the zombie's turn. The zombie's gonna take a 5-foot step forward and collapse in. This one's gonna begin to move over here. Tyrant Bane, they all see fresh meat, so they're all gonna make slam attacks against you.
Gotcha.
As you see the door take about a 5-foot drop as one of the zombies makes their way forward. Let's see. First zombie misses. Second zombie does a 21 hit.
Yeah, I think that beats past me.
All right.
My armor is 20. Yes.
All right. So the other zombie rolled a 21 as well. So you take 6 and 5 for a total of 11 bludgeoning damage as the 2 zombies just smack their arms into you.
So, if it matters, that daylight does stay up.
Yep.
Okay.
What did you put the daylight on? It's a point or an item, right?
It's a point, so I pretty much put it right here, and it's a 60.
So you set it around the door. So yeah, it's just bright light that's emanating right from there. And let's see, Kawasha, seeing as how one got into range, he's gonna make his quarterstaff attack. That hits. Minimum damage. As he just clocks that zombie across the side of the face, but it's still standing. Alright. Next up is Elise.
I'm gonna go ahead and probably have to either crouch or slide under the door, I'm guessing.
You can duck in with no hindrance of movement.
Alright, yep. I'll just go ahead and get right here. I'm gonna hold action to make an attack once everybody's in the room.
All right. Next up will be Orvex. He's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to file in right behind Kawasha. And he's going to hold a crossbow attack if anything were to get closer. Next up is Yuki.
She can't get past the zombies. Oh wait, but she could get right there. You know, as I'm moving her in my head, I forget what the name of the theme is, but the theme that plays with Long Dog's playing in my head right now.
I love Long Dog.
She's gonna go right there and proceed to bark.
Okay. How is she able to move there? Is she currently flying?
She's a tiny creature, so would she be able to just maneuver through? Or is it because there's some enemies?
Yeah,
okay.
It's because of enemy spaces.
Alright.
She could probably share the same space as Tyrant Bane, but...
Okay, then I will do that. She is standing right under Tyrant Bane right now, and barking at the one directly in front of him to grant advantage.
Alright. Next up is Rue.
Alright, so I'm going to examine the door very thoroughly. Is there a way to either lock the door in place or anything like that? Or is it just the only way to keep that door open is the zombies?
Make a wisdom check for me.
Okay. 21.
21. Well, two things come into mind. Either you get some creatures that have those, with the chains. Either you can get them to pull the door open and hold it, or you could possibly fasten the chains in order to keep the door open.
Okay. I don't have anything that could fasten. If anybody has a way to fasten the door, that'll probably be it, and then we can explore safely.
I got some if you're willing to wait an hour.
I mean, I'm willing, but if we have something faster, I'd prefer that.
Tyrant Bane sweats.
Alright. Anything else, Rue?
You know what? I'm gonna fly over these guys so we can get a little bit of room in here. Bishki.
Alright. That sounds good. Back to the top of the turn order, and Zeno.
Well, Zeno is going to fly right here
Alright.
and pull out his rarely seen, but he still has it, his dagger, and take a stabby at this boy.
Alright.
That's a 22.
That hits. Roll damage.
Yeah, that is max damage. Hell yeah.
Alright. It's still barely standing up. Alright.
I believe held action goes off now that everybody's in the room.
Yep, everybody's held actions for else's held actions, so that will be Elise and Orvex. And Tyrant Bane, I believe, because I think you were holding your action as well. Or no, you used your action to cast the Heroes. Never mind. Yeah, so Elise, go ahead and make your attack.
Alright, I'm gonna hit this guy right here.
Alright.
And I'm gonna call sharpshooter.
Alright. So that's
with
16. That will definitely hit.
No,
Actually,
yeah, I was gonna say it's still a 21 because I've already added in the negative to the -5 to the hit.
Oh yeah, so roll all the damage.
All right, that's 22 piercing.
Woo!
Yes,
Lord.
And then It's not Colossus Slayer because I don't think it's been damaged yet, has it?
Oh yeah, it has been damaged.
Oh yeah, it got
You
shattered.
can thank
I
me for
forgot.
that actually, because that was the first thing I did.
Yep.
And I haven't Hunter's Mark yet, so oopsie
Yeah.
doodles. But
So that's, let's see, how much health does it have? That's 16 points of overkill as you just drop the zombie right here. And
yep,
and it's
that's
funny as that held action goes off. Hold on. This is gonna be interesting. Since one of the zombies is dead. First let's resolve Orvex's attack. Yeah, that's a hit. He manages to shoot the zombie that's right in front of him as you guys hear the door begin to groan. Tyrant Bane, give me a strength save as the last remaining zombie begins to drag in front of you.
16.
Dear Lord, the 31 on the other side.
Yeah.
Yee.
And Elise and...
Wait a minute! The dog barked at me! The dog barked at the zombie gives me advantage on it.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, if the zombie's flinging toward me, does the dog bark help?
I mean, it's basically just to make sure you're not getting dragged back with it.
I would like to just stop the zombie by punching it in the face. That's all I want to do.
Well, it's not necessarily be moving of its own, so I wouldn't allow an attack of opportunity on it, but... So we'll say for brevity, it just goes... At least I'll allow you to make a strength save as well.
14.
Yep, you managed to narrowly duck out of the way as zombie just gets dragged all the way to the wall. Alright. So that concludes all of those held actions. Dan, it's now your turn.
I am not a strong man. I probably can't move that corpse of my own. I'm just gonna shoot the last one and call it square. Maleficia Fullman! Give him another level 1 Witch Bolt. 26 probably hits.
That two
Palpable
on the other
hit.
side.
Would have hit either way, because of... Let me see.
2 lightning damage.
As the arc begins to shoot across and strike the zombie, it begins to twitch and spasm, but it's still standing.
You know, I just wanted to loosen him up a little, you know? Get
Yeah.
him
A little bit of
opened up for
limber.
everyone else.
Nothing like
Yeah.
pulling a Frankenstein's monster number on a, an already undead creature.
Yeah!
More lightning! So, anything else then for your turn, Dan?
You know what? It's also Witch Fire him, so next attack has advantage.
Alright. That'll bring us to Dan, then.
I just went.
Enoch.
I mean, I'll take a second turn if you want to give it to me. It's just,
I mean, that makes up for all the other times I inadvertently skipped you, so,
Dan clone jutsus himself so others do dance.
I mean,
my
you can
mirror
just judge
image
the other
has
Dan.
now worked as Shadow Clone.
I mean, if you look
Alright.
at the map, we apparently have two Tyrant Banes.
It is true.
Oh, when did that happen?
A while ago.
Yeah, we do! Tyrant
What?
Bane and Tyrant
Oh.
Bane 2.
You know what? I'll delete T2 Electric Boogaloo. Alright.
That's it. That's the tire bane that was in the upside down.
I was gonna point that out eventually,
God,
but
yeah, you'd see that. Tyrant Bane would just be like, oh, I hate this.
I think what happened was it was tucked underneath Rue's token. I think that's what happened.
Oh, yeah, because I
that
made
makes
another
sense.
one because I couldn't find me on the map.
Alright, so, Enoch. You have one zombie left standing as the door has slammed shut behind you guys.
Enoch just flies next to Rue, crosses his arms, and go, have you ever heard the term comedy of errors?
Comedy?
That's the best word for this. And Enoch will just end his turn. Because he's at this point just wanting to see how this all plays out.
Alright. Tyrant Bane, it's now your turn.
He's just dangling on a chain, right?
Yep. Basically, you got flung into the door behind you guys.
I'm gonna look at Elise and just shoot her a look like, may I? Do you mind if I just, just...
Yeah, I mean, she'll just step aside.
Okay.
All right. All right, roll the advantage to hit this poor zombie.
That's a natural 20.
Oh,
Every bone in my body tells me to smite, but this is the most meaningless thing to smite right now.
I agree.
He's already super.
Look,
dead.
he just took 29 damage all together.
And yeah, with the credit, he just erupts in flame and just collapses into a pile of ash.
You never know. Maybe this one's the Uber zombie. Like, has a lot of health.
The zombie
For no
chained to a
reason.
wall. Yeah, Uber zombie.
Yeah.
He's going to just do like a bottom to up slash, walk back to Yuki, scoop up Yuki in the arm, and then just scratch as the zombie just smolders into ash.
Enoch, you see Rue kind of thinking for a moment, and then you see her smack her fist into her palm, and she goes, "I get it. Is that your team name?"
Enoch just does the finger thing, just holds it up, lowers it.
You know? That would be a fun name.
We are the comedy of errors. Actually, that is very fitting for us.
Enoch just puts his head in his hand. What have I done?
Don't blame us. You started it.
Yeah,
Well,
you
now I
came
gotta
up with
change
the
the
idea,
title.
Enoch.
Well, now I gotta change the title for all the episodes going forward. Where last we left the comedy of errors.
Nope. As a person in charge of the YouTube, vetoed.
Guys, we finally have a name. It only took us X amount of episodes.
38. Again, guy in charge of the YouTube.
All right.
The YouTube.
By the way,
Executive decision, I'll have to respect it. So.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to point out that single longbow shot I did was max damage across the board.
Nice.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah, it was. Also, fun fact for me, this is the second time I've ever used my dagger.
Yeah.
And it actually did max damage on that too.
All right.
Enoch's just gonna fly with his arms drooping, just the saddest boy, and pick up the square head.
All right. You now have the square skeleton key.
Okay. Adding it to the inventory.
What is that advertisement that's been going on for Nerd Wallet? It's just that lady that's just the dragging your feet emo, which is she's just literally dragging her feet around. That's what I'm imagining.
Except hovering in the air.
All right.
So, at this point, Tyrant Bane, you hear Obalak sheepishly pipe up. Oh, here. You best be careful.
What do you see?
The cauldrons, they contain the bones of Papazado's most zealous devotees, who even the death might seek to protect him.
Oh, I see. Thank you for letting me know about that.
You're welcome.
Everyone, those cauldrons contain the bones of Papazado's most devoted followers. Many legends of the jungle will speak that the spirits will go ahead and defend those who they care about even after death.
Yay! More
So-
desecrating bodies.
So this is obviously a riddle, and it said, what was the thingamabob?
Bow to
The
no
riddle
one.
for this room.
So, I'm remembering a warning. The riddle from before. Bow is the dead god entombed. One of these statues doesn't have a face.
Exactly. I think that's the one we would have to bow to.
All right. As you look, and I'll say for reference for going from east or west to east, This statue depicts a Chult warrior with a sword. The ones on either side of the shield on the wall are Chult warriors with spears. The one to what would be your far left is the one that does not have a face.
All right.
Anyone? Oh, sorry.
All right, I'll do this. Tyrant Bane, you get by the coffin just in case anything happens.
Of course.
All right. Enoch will lower himself, like, just bloop, down to the ground. All right.
All right.
He'll take a knee, and he'll bow.
All right. You bow before the faceless statue. Nothing happens.
Did it work? I suppose we should have checked. Can we open the coffin?
I could open the coffin if you'd like me to.
Actually, another question before that. What's this?
That is a large embossed shield that is on the wall. Dan, as you look at it, there's a Chulted warrior that looks like it wields a mighty spear.
I see a Chultan warrior wielding a spear on the shield. I don't know how relevant that is to the rest of the puzzle. There are statues with spears.
That does check out with what I know.
Well then, let's also do what we do every time. Eldritch Sight.
All right. So, from each of the cauldrons, the glass cauldrons that are along the sides of the wall, you detect conjuration magic.
Okay.
As well as you detect from inside from the sarcophagus, you detect a slight hint of what is there?
Assuming abjuration.
Equal parts of abjuration and from the shield you also detect conjuration magic coming from it. As well as there are some of those. Yeah, I think that's all you detected here is just abjuration magic from inside the sarcophagus, and conjuration magic from the cauldrons and the shield.
All right. Well, there's magic on the sarcophagus, but not a lot. But it's the protecting magic. And then the shield and these cauldrons, they all have the summoning magic.
I'm going to get away from the shield.
I'd have to be inclined to think that... Do we all have to bow, perhaps? I do feel like the faceless one is the correct answer.
We could give it a try. On 3,
All right.
we could all circle around the statue and bow to it.
I'm down.
Although to be completely forthright with you, I do believe that these glass cauldrons are the source of the desecration I smelled earlier.
Looks at cauldron full of bones. I'd guess that.
Yeah,
He's
like I
grabbing
said,
one of their bones.
You detect just desecration basically all around this room, particularly from the cauldrons as well as from the sarcophagus, if that helps, Tyrant Bane.
Zeno looks over at Kawasha and, hey, gentlemen, you mind coming over here?
Oh, Orvex in particular, as he's taking back, alright, sure. And for the sake of brevity, we'll say that, all of you managed to make your way up to the faceless statue, and you all bow towards it.
You think
And as
he
you
really
all
needs
do-
to bow?
Nothing happens.
It's like above game, no, but it's just seeing a dog bow would be kind of cute in real life. So yes.
No, Yuki just turns into a bow. She didn't really understand what's going on.
She kind of does that thing where she stretches her front legs and lowers her head.
No.
Oh, stretch dog!
I don't
Stretch
know if
bow.
anyone heard, but she
I'm sorry.
took one of the bones off the ground too, so she has a big bone in her mouth
Yeah,
while
good.
doing that.
We'll say she does that after she bows. She bows and then she grabs a bone. Huh. Hey, yeah, I have a bone. It's
Yeah.
a very, bleh, it's a dusty bone.
I mean, it's been in here for a while. Of course, it's going to be a little dusty.
You might want to be careful around those bones, Yuki. They could be desecrated. Evil bones.
She
Yeah,
kind of twists
right.
her head and just kind of chews on the bone a little bit. Tastes like bone to me.
I can imagine you'd be the authority on this, so.
Dan just nods sagely.
Tired Bane's just thinking of a thing of just like, that'd be interesting to know. Is this a cursed bone? She just chews on it? No.
Alright, so nothing happens, you said?
Yep, as you all bow, nothing seems to happen.
I guess we can try to open the sarcophagus.
I have one question.
May I ask a question about that?
Mm-hmm.
Haven't terrible things happened every time we've cracked open one of those sarcophagi?
Yes.
Oh,
Understandable. Unk's lights up a sword.
important point of order for you, Enoch, and I actually misread this, my apologies. You don't detect abjuration magic coming from inside the sarcophagus. You detect abjuration magic on top of the sarcophagus. Again, there's a pile of treasure that's kind of scattered around on the lid as well as around
okay.
the sides of that chariot.
Well, two things. First, that treasure's probably cursed. So no one take it. Just try to scoot it off of the sarcophagus. And two, is that creature, is that the Commandant or is that the Eebly?
Give me
Papazotto?
a quick intelligence check.
Okay. 1 second here. Do. That's saving throws. 13.
It looks like an Ebly from what you've seen, which would lead you to believe that this may be the tomb of Papazotto.
Alright. Well, if my memory serves, just a second.
It's okay. You can look at the story.
Yeah,
have
that's exactly what I'm
copy-pasted
doing
on my
right now.
profile.
Yeah.
Would you just like me to tell you?
Yeah, I actually have it pulled up. I'm reading it right now.
Okay. I was about to say I got the Spark notes. Like I figured we'd be looking at this a lot since Caitlin brought it up, but I was like, yeah, no, that's actually yeah.
That's why I was making. That's why I was making sure it wasn't the Commandant, because the Commandant specifically has references to spears, where
Big-
the Ebley doesn't.
Like big shout out to Caitlin. Big foresight there. Big brain plays.
Hey, Mello.
Yes, Elise?
How heavy or how sturdy does this chariot look?
Oh, let's see. Alright, it is a chariot. As you go to touch it, actually, how are you interacting with the chariot, exactly?
I'm just kind of like touching the wheel, try to like push the wheels to see like if like me pushing it is actually enough to like move it even a little bit.
Yeah, as you go to touch the wheel, it does seem like it turns. Zeno,
Yes.
give me a quick perception check real quick.
Oh boy. You're asking the wrong person here. I got a 14.
As you kind of look up and you see Elise go to touch the wheel, you see that you just take a quick glance at the shield that's currently on the wall, and as Elise goes to touch the wheel, you see that figure that is embossed into the shield. It looks like it's actually moving. You see it stare towards Elise, and then it just begins to stare down at the ground as it begins to pace back and forth on the shield.
At least I wouldn't touch anything.
Why? Looks
The
all
shield
right.
just moved.
Yeah, as you look up at the shield, you too see the hunter that's on that shield just pacing back and forth, it begins to look up and stare at you. Zeno and Elise, I'll let you guys roll an insight check for me.
17.
It's an 18.
It looks kind of dejected, as it almost like it can't really do anything about it.
Elise just shrugs towards its direction.
Oh, that's a thing.
It kind of does that very angry thing where it looks like it has that shield. It just kind of looks like it, rests the shaft of the spear on its arm, and it kind of shakes it angrily or dejectedly.
I'm betting that thing wants to attack anybody who tries to touch the chariot.
But remember, for the insight check, I said that it looks like it can't do anything about it. That's the impression that I gave you.
Does that mean that we did it right then? I imagine if we were wrong, it would have attacked.
You could make that assumption.
Basically, my logic is if we took the chains from the door and tied it to the end of the chariot, would the chariot move and basically make it null and all for naught?
Yeah, like I said, as you went to touch the wheel, it did spin the sarcophagus and the chariot, so it's just a loose chariot in there.
Which means the sarcophagus isn't that heavy to begin with.
I mean, it's probably heavier than the zombies, right?
Yeah.
Well, I did say it wasn't a sarcophagus that was trapped. It was the treasure.
She just kind of looks over it, My theory was that if we took the chains and tied them to the end of the chariot, then maybe that would keep the door open. But if this chariot is heavier than the sarcophagus, then it might roll away and basically we'd be back to square one.
However, Orvix guy chimes in, I do like the way you're going with that. Could we just put the chains underneath the sarcophagus and use that to pin the door open?
Possibly, but we want to get the treasure first, I imagine. So one thing at a time.
I can help you. I can help you with the chains.
Well, my only other option was to just see if there was a spot where the chains were coming out from the door, and if it was visible enough, I could try to pin one of my axes in the gears or whatever, see if that would keep it open.
I mean, my plan was just wait an hour and summon Vorn Jr. again.
Also fair.
It also make Yuki big, like bigger than before. I have that capability now, and
Biggest
she could
dog.
pull. I don't know if she could pull all of the chains, but she could definitely get one of them.
Is there anything written on the sarcophagus, out of curiosity?
Good question. As you're looking at the sarcophagus, you just see the various depictions of, Eblis just floating around in the marsh, and you see there's some golden goblets that are just scattered up on top of it. I have to see what this is because what is that's what that is. One of the things that you notice that's on top of there, it's this golden torque. And if you don't know what a torque is, imagine if you had a almost like a braided like necklace that almost looked like a golden wrapped cable or wire that it had like a couple of like loose knobs that are like towards the front. It's basically like saying it's a fancy necklace. So you see that, and there's also an amulet that's sitting on top of there too.
You said all this stuff was cursed potentially, Enoch.
I mean, it's got protecting magic on it.
Yeah. And you, Enoch, you can easily tell from there that the amulet is what's giving off the abjuration magic.
Enoch will immediately go over to the amulet, just slip his sword hand under it, and then just slowly lower it to the floor over here by Kawash's feet. Specifically that.
Okay. Give me a dexterity check.
Oh boy.
Hey, you got a +4 to this, buddy.
Oh, sweet. Well, that's a 9.
Inspiration?
Sure, why not?
Be inspired.
19. Oh, wait a second. 23.
All right, as you go to take your rapier hand and raise it up, you tilt your hand back a little bit as the amulet begins to slide down towards your blade, towards your better part of your hand. You instinctively flick it back at the last moment, just before it goes to touch any other part that's not your hand, or to touch any part of your hand, and you manage to keep yourself from making contact with it. And you set it down on the ground.
Oh, yeah, no, I just got a real bad feeling for that. Nobody touched that.
What about the rest of the stuff on top?
That was basically the most cursed thing on there, wasn't it, Milla?
Yep, that was the only source of magic you detected on top of the pile.
Alright, the rest of that treasure seems mundane.
Ooh, fruit.
Alright, here's what the treasure is scattered at the top of the sarcophagus.
Zeno touches it, just turns into a gold statue. Fuck!
You find a gold
I'm not
torque.
gonna touch anything. I'm not touching anything. I'm just here.
Alright, so for the treasure that's on top of the sarcophagus, you find a gold torque worth 250 gold pieces, 3 golden cups worth 75 gold pieces each, five gold cloak pins, each worth 25 gold pieces. And then the amulet that Enoch set on the ground. So that's all the treasure that's on there.
How much are the cloak pins?
25, I think.
25 each.
Did we want to make the attempt to put the amulet in the bag of holding or no?
Nope. If you want to touch it, go right ahead. But that thing was screaming. That thing was screaming bad juju.
You said that just like my mom, just getting something she doesn't want. Just, nope, that's your business.
Exactly.
The lead character Zeno would be like, I mean, I could try to mage hand it.
Immediately turns and points the sword at him. You've been cursed enough!
Mage hand. I'm nowhere near it.
I am
mage
taking that
hand?
risk.
Alright, so you mage hand it, and you managed to pick up the
I
amulet.
didn't say I was going to do it yet. I just threw that as a suggestion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now I definitely know it's cursed. Milla was too eager to read that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you made it sound like you were going to pick up the amulet. So,
I'm japping with you. I'm sorry. I'm japping you.
Is it
All
Dan,
right.
is it Dan who can identify stuff?
Yep.
I mean,
I can't identify curses.
He would have to touch it to identify it.
I knew.
Yeah.
I knew it.
He can't identify curses. That's how the whole goat Zeno thing happened.
God. Oh, this is fun. All right, we're having fun. Okay.
I like how we're all sitting here thinking that this is all cursed, and it ends up turning out to be just a mundane
I
actual item.
actually have something I'd like to do. You said the fella in the shield moved, right?
yeah. Yeah, he still just staring at the lot of you as he's pacing back and forth. He just looks so dejected as he just slumps forward with the shield resting on his shoulder. Just
I'm going to approach him actually. Just in a way that just makes him go, "Hey, I'm walking toward you. I'm not touching or anything. I'm just making my presence known to him."
He gives you the biggest dejected-looking frowny face.
I'm going to give him a Chult salute. Does anything happen?
The music cutting out very much just spiked my anxiety.
Thank you, looping music. Adding tension. He dejectedly looks up to you, and he kind of gives you a half-handed salute back.
I think there's a Chultan warrior trapped in here. Can you hear me?
It just tilts its head towards you.
I'm going to speak in Amuan. Can you understand what I'm saying?
It kind of looks up and twists his head and looks around. Sheepishly nods.
Are you being watched like the dwarves as well?
Looks around. Kind of drops his head a little bit.
I'm a member of the Sunblades and Napaka, and these are my companions. My goal is to go ahead and stop this madness and set everyone free and end the Black Day. Is there any way you might be able to help us? If
He
it
just
risks
kinda
your
looks
destruction, you don't have to.
It just looks around and kind of gives you a shrug.
You don't know why you were put in here either?
Shakes his head.
Well, don't worry, brother. I'll do everything I can to make sure we put this to rights, okay?
Nods.
I do another salute.
He salutes back.
Hey, Milla. Is
Yeah,
that like
that's fun.
Is that a normal size shield?
No, that's a very large shield. So yeah, it's about 8 foot diameter.
Okay.
Kind of similar to the shield that you saw in Nobalaka's tomb.
All right. I was gonna suggest that, hey, why don't we just take a new sentient shield for Tyrant Bane, but apparently not.
I'm 7'2". I could do the whole Spartan thing, but you know, from what I read in the History Channel, that doesn't work well unless you got a shield. So, I mean, unless you got a spear. So,
Yeah, it'd be a bit awkward with your sword, huh?
I mean, it's a big boy sword for a big boy, but like, you know, I need a big boy spear, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. So should we try to open this finally?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Let's see.
That one I will actually like or mage hand the casket open. Just in case something happens.
I'm going to help you open this.
All right. Athletics check with advantage there, Tyrant Main.
Athletics check with advantage. 24.
Yeah, you managed to slide it open, and as you look inside, you see there's a very brittle and broken bones that are scattered about in here. Looks avian. And that's all you see inside there.
This could be Papazotl.
Enoch just slowly has a realization. This is stupid. He looks back down at the necklace.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly remembers the feeling. This is all for that. Transforms his hand into a hand. Anyone have any objections if I touch the magic necklace?
Go ahead.
So the item wasn't even sealed?
Explains the juju I felt from it.
So stupid!
Reaches down and touches as he remembers the Ibli was the trickster, or one of.
All right. So, Enoch, as you touch the amulet, strange shadows shift across the walls, forming the outline of a long-legged bird. Its beak stabs at you as a voice echoes through your mind. You will do as I command. Do you resist?
No.
Begrudgingly.
Like, if you could just see the flattest face on him.
It's the Bob's Burgers means. Okay, fine, but I'll complain the entire time.
Yeah.
Just imagine Ansem from Kingdom Hearts. Submit! Okay. Alright, so.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna need everybody to mute except for Vaughn for this.
Alrighty.
So. Enoch, you are now being possessed by the spirit of Papazotl.
Better incantations, better followers, Papazotls.
Fuck you! Alright. I'm gonna have to. I'll get the handout. And yours as well. Right there. While inhabited by Papazotl, you gain the following flaw, which overrides any opposing flaw. I bow before no one and expect others to do as I command. While inhabited by Papazotl, you can't be surprised. You gain advantage on all wisdom checks. And you never take damage from falling.
Ooh. All right, and does the do I have to attune to the item to figure out if it does anything?
Yeah, you would have to attune to it.
Okay. Well, Enoch will just look up at this giant menacing bird spirit in his mind, just go, "Okay, welcome. We're sharing this place with one other renter."
Well, as long as Kubazan is not here, I think we could get along just fine.
Yep, here's to it. Enoch will just tip a non-existent hat, and then, I guess, come back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity.
Alright, everybody else can unmute.
Oh, that is jarring.
Oh.
Well, Enoch will just look at the necklace and then just slip it on. Well, this will take some getting used to, but it's not the first time, at least.
Well,
Hmm.
at least this was relatively painless. At least. Now we just have to get out of here.
Hmm.
I just have like the thing is like tell Enoch you will do as I command. Meanwhile, Enoch's patron, I got news for you, buddy.
You'll do like a man. Get in line, asshole. I outrank you.
The new
my
spin-off
God.
series, Warlock and Two Souls.
2.5 souls.
There you go.
I just like to think I just like to think Papazottl's just like Enoch's like, we got another renter, and he just holds his hand out to like the deep blue computer going. Papazottl's like, what the hell is that? And Enoch's like, the less questions you ask, right? Like.
Now, just to double check, Millets, I can't be surprised. I have advantage on wisdom checks and no falling damage.
Yep, you
Okay.
should be able to see his handout in your handouts for future reference.
Okay,
By the way,
I'm also
speaking
adding
of
to my
fall
sheets.
damage, anybody who has fly has lost it because it's probably been over 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'll say this has been about 10 minutes.
Just realized the not taking fall damage is going to be real useful in Aichin's tomb.
Well, no, because the thing is locked until you do the actual puzzle.
No, I mean like when you climb down the demon face in the other area,
Yeah.
you have to fall down there to get there, so you won't take damage. You can just Family Guy fall down that way and get up.
Just Enoch line like Peter Griffin.
And that's basically how I got down last time, only with much more pain.
And this time the pain won't be a thing. God, I love
Yeah.
magic.
Magic is great.
Alright, well, now we just gotta decide, do we want to try to wrestle with the chains to attach them to the chariot, or do we want to start trying to wait until I can bring back Vorn?
Let's try to just pin the chain.
Let me try to give the chains a try, and then if I have trouble with it, maybe Vorn would be the best thing.
Fine by me.
Alright.
Oh,
So-
Rue, you might be able to help me with this.
Alright, so, just for brevity, Rue and Tyrant Bay, what are your strength scores?
Oh no, I was gonna be cheeky and be like, if only somebody could transform into a menacing creature to help me with these chains.
She just gives him
19.
a blank. She gives him a blank stare.
With your consent, of course. They just finishes up with that, like if it's fine, if it's not. You see him actually pushing his index fingers on either hand, just together, like if that's fine. I don't.
She just slowly begins to like crawl up and tower into like a big old bear.
Oh, good. Here's your chain.
It's now a +4, so yeah.
My strength is 19.
Alright, so 19 and...
So yeah,
what was your...
I'm the same.
Alright, so 19 and 19 is... 38.
38.
Yeah, between the two of you, you do manage to pull the chains back and begin to hoist the door up.
There we go. And if we can bind it to the chariot... Just gonna gently put it under the chariot.
Well, that begs the question, though. Wouldn't the chariot just roll forward?
I think I got.
Wouldn't it make sense to just pin the sarcophagus itself on top of there?
I think that was the plan.
That would make great sense.
Enoch just stands
I was gonna
behind
suggest to try to. Sorry.
I was about to say, Enoch just stands behind the sarcophagus with his hand on the lid. Just go ahead, put it right there. Watch your fingers.
Kawasha, your wisdom knows no bounds. You're a benefit to the jungle.
Yeah. Well, say for the sake of brevity, the chains only go out to about 15 feet, so, Ruru and Tyrant Bay, you basically would be, like, right at the exit to the hallway. That's about as far as the chains go.
Oh, okay.
But you can manipulate them to, like, being off towards one side, so.
All right. You push it forward and you push the chariot forward and
All right.
I'll put it in the... Okay.
I was actually going to suggest, why don't we just tie it with the rope to one of the pots?
Those pots contain the bones and spirits of Papa Zaldo's most trusted followers. I dare not want to disturb them.
You hear a very frustrated growl from Rue, and she just like kind of makes like a turning motion with her head towards the chariot.
Yep. Enoch will start bracing himself. Anyone else want to help with this?
I'll help. I have a 12 strength, so.
All right. Yeah, between the two of you, you manage to pivot the chariot around, back it up towards right next to where Tyrant Bane and Rue are pulling onto it. Kawasha will volunteer to hold on to the chariot while you two attempt to give me a strength check to slide the sarcophagus out of the chariot.
All right, there's a +1 to this thanks to my first level feature, so 15.
All right. So 15 for... Yeah, it takes a bit of effort and some seesawing motions between the three of you, but you do manage to hear a resounding thud as the sarcophagus slides off of the chariot and onto the chains.
All right. I think you're good.
Okay.
Let's get the hell out of here then.
All right.
And as you go to let go of the chains, they are securely pinned underneath the sarcophagus. Hold on. Orvix begins to look at it. I thought I noticed something over here. Look!
What's up?
There's a panel over here. Another secret door.
Huh.
And he points to this square right here.
Huh.
Let me press in on it. Let me see if it gives.
Well,
As
wait.
you, give me a perception check with advantage there, Tyrant Man.
Specialize. 15.
Now that he's kind of pointed it out, it's a little easier to see. Yeah, you do notice that, it looks like this paddle just slides on a rail if you move it to the right.
Oh. Oh, that's much easier than I thought it was going to be.
All
Just
right.
gonna... Whoop.
You go to slide it open, and you see there's a secret passage.
Ooh. Huh.
where's that description? Ancient cobwebs fill this narrow corridor, whose midpoint features an arch alcove. From what you can see from where you're at. And you see there, it looks like there's another secret door that's at the opposite end of this tunnel.
Huh.
All right.
Okay.
I have a question. Now we found
What's
the
up?
secret door, and we know where it is. Do we want to possibly rest down here? Because we've been going for a while.
I would
Wouldn't be
enjoy
against
doing
that.
that. I'd like to go ahead and try to at least perform some kind of rite down here to help at least calm these spirits down.
Do you have access to ceremony?
Yes.
Okay.
I never really thought it'd come in useful, but I thought it would make sense for a sun cow.
Alright, so during the course of an hour, you're able to cast ceremony, and I assume you're using the funeral rite?
Yes.
Alright, so you managed to cast ceremony, and you're performing the funeral rites for the hour for all the bones that are around this side of the room. What's everybody else doing?
I'm also going to want the shield to join in if he wants to. I sit down in front of him. I'm like, hey, bro, you know what I'm doing.
It just looks at you.
Hey, fellow soldier, it's me, your boy, Sun
Kind
Cow.
of gives you a slight confused look.
If we're taking the rest, then Rue's gonna get out of bear form, and I guess she's gonna she's gonna take out Licky, and she's gonna let it look for bugs to nibble on for a while.
Alright. Let's see. Yeah, over by where the bones are, you just kind of see it go over, and it begins to hunt for flies. It sees a fly, and it attempts to go for one, but it misses.
Just clarification, we're just doing a short rest right now, right?
It sounds like
Or are we
it.
going for the long haul? Okay.
Well, you guys just got back from a long rest. It's only been like maybe, what, an hour, 2 hours?
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I just wanted
but
to
a
be
lot has
sure.
happened over that hour.
Yeah, this is a lot of a place, so
Yeah?
Well,
yeah, it's not going to give me my 3 slots back, but yeah, I'd like to do something.
it'll give me my
I'll take the
slots back,
gym.
and I can attune to this item.
I don't get any slots back, but I get the jinx I used back, so that's pretty cool. And there is something I actually want to do with
You're
my level 5 slot. Dan's gonna pull out his crystal ball and gaze into it. He's gonna look around at the room. So I figured out how to do a particular spell recently called scrying, and I know I can't look outside of here because of the stones and whatnot, but maybe I can spy on someone within the tomb with us. Perhaps I can see Peggy with this.
Wasn't she supposed to be camping outside the tomb?
No, I wasn't she in the tomb?
Last I heard, she was watching for a way to get into the tomb.
Am I
I
misremembering?
mean, to be fair, you don't really know. I mean, you saw her disappear when she was outside the tomb.
So it is a mystery.
Dan, I want to point out
Do
to
you
you.
want to explore that, though?
I mean, I just don't want Dan to waste a spell slot. You do realize we had to gather the only key to get us into this tomb, right?
Right. But she can also go into the ethereal plane and walk through walls.
I mean, if you think she could somehow manage to get through all the magic protecting this place, be my guest.
Suppose I could also use it to spy on Acererak. I don't particularly know him that well, so it's not going to work as well, but that's still intel we could use.
So who is this Peggy?
Oh, right. You joined us after... Well, long story short, she incited an angry mob to murder the woman who raised me. And I, understandably, would like revenge. And she's somewhere in or around here.
And you want to make sure she's not following you.
Or get a better idea where she is, so it's easier to find and destroy her.
Well, the way I see it, if she's outside, your spell won't work, and that should give you some peace of mind. And if she is in here, well, we'll have a good point on where she is.
All right, then. Dan's going to put his hands on either side of the crystal ball, and he's going to chant the phrase over and over again. Itam sic nebulae, sunt defensionen. Over and over and over again. And I'm going to flavor this that the crystal ball is going to start showing these dark blue clouds swirling around it. And if it's allowed for flavor, everything that Dan sees is going to be projected on the crystal ball.
All right. Go ahead and click scrying for me then. All right.
I don't have anything of hers, so that part of it is irrelevant. But I'd say I have first-hand knowledge of her.
All right. So this is confusing because this is the first time I have to do that knowledge save modifier. So the DC's +5 because you have met her. Oh, wait, so you can feature best wisdom saving throws is modified by how well you know the target. If the target knows you're casting the spell, it can fail a saving throw voluntarily. If it's second it's familiar. You're familiar with it, so you know the target well. So you're familiar with it, and it's a -5 for this. Actually, wait, so for that. I'm sorry, this is a.
Yeah, it's a big spell.
Yeah, so it's a wisdom saving throw. It gets a -5 because you have seen her. You have experienced that. So she's gonna roll.
And my spell save is 16.
So hers. So I have to see. I had to see what her save for wisdom is. She's not proficient.
It's good news.
She fails by 1.
Yes!
As you look upon your crystal ball, you. Alright, so I'll get a better description. You can see an invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target. You see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. The sensor moves with the target, merely within 10 feet of it for the duration. A creature that can see invisible objects sees the sensor as luminous or about the size of your fist. That begs the question. What does she have? Okay. As the clouds begin to part within your crystal ball, you see a dark hallway similar to what you've seen for this room of a layout. Basically, as far as like within 10 feet of her, you do see Peggy in a dark hallway similar to the layout with skull motifs along the walls, and you see her just walking along, and you see her as she begins to cackle to herself a little bit. You see this gassy yellow gas just emit from her maw as she just cackles to herself. And you see as she hobbles around and you hear a resounding thud from each step that she takes from her peg leg. You see her as she steps over to a balcony. As she begins to look over it. She begins to take a few steps downward. As after a while, she begins to sit in a rocking chair. As she firmly plants herself, you see her reach into a side of a fleshy-looking bag that looks like cobbled human skin. As she just looks around, you feel her fumble for something as she reaches out. She has a couple of black beads of some sort that are in her possession. She fumbles in there some more, and you see her grab some needles. Almost like crochet needles. As she takes some other bits and bobbles, she begins to knit some straw-like material. As you see that at the base of her, you see two tiny-looking forms just kind of sheepishly try and walk away from her. You see what looks like a small toy monkey with the lower half of a unicycle instead of legs, wheeling about, and a clay doll of sorts, just animated, just sheepishly walking away from it. It seems like they're, kind of flinching at her in fear. Silence! You hear the two creatures' wits in pain as they just begin to run away. Just out of sight from the sensor. Sister? You hear another voice call out. Yes, what is it? You hear Peggy call out in response, and you hear another voice in the distance. So, you never did tell me how that expedition went outside. Oh, it was fine. Those adventurers are still moseying about. Well, they will be dealt with in due time. You hear the other voice call out. We have some other work to do with the look-alike. Oh, right, that. And as you see her begin to stand up, I was working on knitting so well. You see her as she begins to reach into her pocket once more, and you see that it looks like she has a couple of locks of hair as she goes to grab that. And as at this point, as she gets up, she begins to make her way. You see her walking towards a cage that's about 10 foot across. As she begins to set foot inside of the cage, the vision from the scrying vanishes.
Here. But she has help. This is going to be a lot harder than I was hoping for.
She has help. But you also have help, friends.
And smiles at that. I do. I was just expecting to have to deal with one hag, not a coven. They're worse that way, but we can beat them.
Covens? What are covens?
Witches and hags. The one of the similarities we do share is that we group together with like-minded and people with similar abilities of spellcraft And together we are significantly more powerful. There's stuff that only a group of hags or witches can do together. Thing
Like
is,
my
hags
like my military warband, the Sunblades of Ipaka.
similar, but instead of a military unit, which is under some lord or a council in your case, it's a group of individuals working together for the sole purpose of furthering the collective's goals. I guess it is somewhat similar to your military unit, now that I think about it.
So she has a squad, and I'm guessing, just like how my warband's stronger together, and you're stronger with us, she's stronger with more. What was the word again? Hags.
Yes. And they have access to spells they couldn't do on their own, because they are together.
That's the difference then.
Yes.
So these hags, I've never seen one myself. Can they be bested in martial combat?
I believe so. The thing is, she is a night hag, a very specific type of hag that can go into the ethereal plane. Basically, there is a plane of existence directly on top of this one, and she can pop into there if things get a bit hairy. So the trick is to take her out before she can do that, because once she goes in there, she can go through walls, floors, and get out of our reach.
And because she can go ahead and go into this ethereal plane, that's why you have trouble sleeping sometimes.
Yes.
Well, to make my friend sleep better, I will run my sword through her for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Tyrant Bane. I've had many sleepless nights because of her.
Well, people in this jungle at least deserve a restful sleep.
Well, it's not much to go on, but it's a good start.
Well, we know she's here. That helps us. Because if we're trapped in here, that means she's also trapped here. And Dan, she's trapped in here with us.
Indeed.
Does beg the question of the potential that she's allied herself with
And
the
smiles at that
necromancer here.
somewhat wicked smile. Most likely. Uh, Well, with my knowledge of hags, would I know about their dealings with souls?
Uh, history. I was gonna say history or religion check with advantage, or history, arcana, or religion with advantage.
I'll go with Arcana. That's a 19.
Good thing for that advantage. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
Some hags have been known to dabble with souls. Specific one that comes to mind are night hags.
So night hags deal in souls, trading them to any interested individuals. Obviously, our target here has a very keen interest in souls to manipulate or use to his ends. So it might just be good for her business. And that's why she's here in the first place with her coven.
We could probably assume. Do hags lust for power?
The thing they desire more than anything is to make people suffer. As we eat food, they eat suffering.
So it's not just an emotion to them. It's like a
Their real
source of their
source.
magic.
Yes.
So the main way to fight that seems is to put on a face and basically ridicule them for failing to try to make you fear them.
I don't know how well that would work, but it would certainly piss them off. We can use that.
If we do find ourselves faced up against this, and if you're frightened, I have a blessing I can put on you to make you not frightened. To me, it's like a warmth that spurs me forward. To you, I'm not sure what it would be. But I do know that it would diminish or even eliminate any fear the hag would give you. If we do fight them, that'll be the first thing I do for you.
All right. Sounds like a good plan. But we should probably get moving. There's tomb to explore and hags to kill.
I mean, I thought we were taking a short rest. That only takes like 10 minutes.
An hour
An hour.
for a short rest.
An hour.
Well, no, I'm
I
saying
didn't know
scrying
how
only,
long.
Yeah, I was about to say, scrying only takes 10
Scrying
minutes.
is 10 minutes,
Yeah,
but I
scrying's
don't
10
know
minutes,
when.
So this is during your short rest, but
Yeah, I don't know how far into the rest we were, or if we were at the end of it when I cast scrying, to be fair.
I'll argue that in the course you would take your short rest and then you could cast your scrying for 10 minutes. So it's been an hour and 10 minutes.
So, Milla,
All right.
have I attuned to this necklace?
You have. This is an amulet of health.
Hmm.
Let me go ahead and look this up. Your constitution score is 19 while you wear this amulet.
Oh.
Damn.
Now you a chunky boy.
Certainly helps my concentration checks.
Yep. And the amulet is currently in your handouts if you want to see what it looks like.
Okay, I'll open that up for stream. Ah, that's nice. But yeah, Enoch's now just got that sitting around his neck. Well, I feel hardier than I have in a while. All right, well,
Good, considering where we are.
true
All
enough.
right. So, where do you guys wish to go? Do you want to explore the secret passage, or do you want to go back into the open part of the
Oh yeah, no, it's secret passage time. Big secrets.
All
I was
right.
gonna say though, like we might want to
Secret
take a break real
tunnel.
quick because
Yeah, let's take a break because we'll make it quick because I realize we've been going for a while. So, quick 5-minute bio break.
Okay.
I got
Alright.
you, big guy!
I'll grab some water.
I needed. That's the reason I need to refill my water.
How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a good time in chat. Also, it's the first time I get a magic item. Let's see here. Where the hell do I... Yeesh, you would think on a character sheet they would actually have a spot for you to mark attunements off. But now at least I don't have to waste an invocation on the thing that gives me advantage on concentration checks, because now I've got nearly a maxed constitution, and that's useful for me. Also means I'm going to be getting a whole lot more health the next time we level up. Oh, that is much needed. Also, I just realized now my constitution is my main stat. Ugh. Whew. Also, want to let everybody know that there won't be a stream on Thursday because I will be doing something to get ready for that interesting project I told you will be coming up on August, which hopefully by the end of this week or the start of next week we'll be able to start making announcements for. So keep an eye out on my Twitter, because this will be something really cool that I'm looking forward to bringing to the channel. still can't believe it. This is what happens when all of your 9 gods in a tomb are trickster gods. At least, though, we didn't get attacked by desecrate undead.
I return.
Welcome back.
I have also returned.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to the extra 2 hit points that I get whenever I level up now.
Mm-hmm. And it's also retroactive.
Oh?
Yeah, the thing about Constitution is that, yeah, you basically get the bonus, the additional bonus for each additional level you have as well.
Okay, so that's 18 points I need to add to my health, so give me a second. Carry it.
I think if you automatically change that in your character sheet, it should automatically apply it for you.
It did not. It did boost up my score, like my modifier, but nothing else. But I can just do that easily. I just need to figure out how many points that brought me up, and that's 21 if I'm... Well, no, it's 18, so that'd be 81 points. Okay, I can take that. Wow, I'm almost up there with Tyrant Bane now. This is what happens when your Warlock becomes tank. I mean, I'm sitting here with nearly 100 HP and 17 AC. And the next time we level up... Actually, no. When we reach level 12, if we do, that's when my Charisma score goes up and my AC maxes at 18.
Ooh.
Welcome, Rabbit. We just discovered that thanks to this medallion, my HP just took a giant beef up.
Yeah, welcome to the Swole Club.
I'm back. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Your con's actually higher than me now.
All it really comes down to me is now it's much harder to poison me, and I can concentrate on my spells more easily.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm just gonna throw something in memes real quick that I stumbled upon since we're still on break.
Ha.
Considering we have one in this party, figured that'd be appropriate.
Especially considering what happened to them last session.
Waiting for Kayla to come back to confirm.
Yeah.
Here, I will open it. Just a sec. Copy image. Actually, no, I can just open it in original. So we can show it to chat. There we go. Oh, that is huge. Okay. Oh.
Rabbit! Yes!
Thank you, Rabbit.
You're welcome.
I'm like, why did you just post a picture of LeJake in there?
Yeah, no, he doesn't. The funniest thing is he doesn't know. Like, I'm like, you look like a fucking elven prince. Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
Oh, Jake?
yeah.
We tell him constantly he's like the most handsome man on that server.
Oh, and you still feel bad with Jake suffering from success, huh? You big fucking hot bastard.
that chiseled jawline, man.
Yes, also for those in chat who saw when I tried to open the meme goes, I've created a fusion between druid and monk. I call it a drunk.
If whoever gets drunk, it's a shame that the wine thing didn't work.
Yeah.
Drunk. Alright, so is everybody back and we're set to continue?
I'm good.
Yep.
I believe so.
I'm ready to roll, Chief.
Alright, so I'll read the description one more time as you go into the secret passage. There it is. Ancient cobwebs fill the stair corridor, whose middle point features an arched alcove. And because you step inside and take a look at it, within the alcove, a dusty bottle stands on the table. Right here.
Does it say drink me?
Does it say free candy?
Yuki kind of goes up. It's the table's, taller than her, so she kind of looks up at it. She jumps on her hind legs and she goes to look at it. You see her squint. There's something inside the bottle. Go take a look.
Do the spirits feel calmer in this? Do the spirits feel calmer in this room now?
Yeah. With the funeral rites, it does seem like it takes a little bit of the ease off. Dan, as you look inside the bottle, you see a small humanoid trapped inside the bottle. She wears fine clothing with a circlet on her head. And as she looks, she waves at you. You see her wave as she as she points up. With a stern look on her face, she gives the motion of just pulling as if uncorking the bottle, and points at you.
Guys, we've found a lady in a bottle that wants us to release her.
Zeno rushes over. Can I see if I know what this is? Above him, I think I know what this is.
I think so too.
Give me an Arcana check or a History check?
I'll do an Arcana check too.
I'll give you an advantage if that's
that would be 27.
Dan, you have heard of beings similar to this that have spawned for the various material planes. You get the feeling that this is some sort of genie that may be trapped inside this bottle.
Oh.
Or a djinn, as it were. And as she looks up at a lot of you, with that Arcana check, based on her features, darker skin, darker face, long black hair, you suspect this might be a Dao.
With that Arcana check, do I know if more often than not they're friendly if released?
With that check, it depends. They have been known to take slaves. They tend to be rather vain and proud. And as you kind of look it over, she gives that stern motion again, points at you, makes the motion of uncapping the bottle, and then points up. And then she does that thing where she puts both of her hands on her hips and looks up at you.
It begins to sweat.
I hear you found a tiny woman.
Yeah, how's that work?
So
this is a genie.
Yeah, this is a genie, a Dao to be precise. They magical being. They've been known to keep slaves, so not great. She might be thankful if we release her. Very vain.
And as she looks up at you, Dan, she kind of rolls her eyes as she begins to look dejected. She kind of looks. You see she has a couple of braids that are at the side of her head. She points at them and gives a hand out towards you. And you hear her try to speak something, but you can't quite make it out. It sounds muffled and it's in a language you can't understand. And you hear Moa make a voice speak to you in your head. It appears that she might be attempting to make a bargain with you. Whatever you do, do not break a bargain with a Dao.
Have I ever heard of genies? Ever? That doesn't seem like a jungle thing.
History check?
Let's see. Has the old cows ever told me about genies? Nope, all the cows are like,
Shrug.
There is-
You have no idea what they are.
well, if you were trapped in a bottle for Lord knows how long, well, for whoever knows how long, and somebody like you came along, wouldn't you want to be freed?
True. And Moa says she wants to bargain.
Okay, Dan,
Mm-hmm.
if we're thinking about letting her out, how about you do it outside the small enclosed space where you're all in danger?
You know what? Fair point. Dan's gonna pick up the bottle and he's going to try and, communicate as best he can to her that the plan is to release her. Just gonna move into a nice open space. And,
Real quick, Elise chimes in. Just make sure you rub her the right way.
Dan's gonna look at Elise dumbfounded.
Oh,
Uh,
rubber the right way, like, is that a ritual or something?
It's an
Uh,
Then I was gonna look at her. I think that's the first joke I've actually heard you tell this entire time I've known you.
I heard it from a bard.
That explains it.
Makes sense. Dan, blushing, will open the bottle.
Okay. And as you go to chime in, Enoch, you get a sense from Papa Zottle. You should treat her like a servile lickspittle. You know, a typical, a very loyal servant. And as Dan, you bring the bottle into the room, and you remove the cork from the bottle. A swirl of sand begins to erupt from the neck of the bottle as materializing inside the room. This creature grows a lot larger in size as the Tao appears before you. She stares around, looks at all of you. You see her make a couple of hand motions and raises her hands forward as you couldn't understand what she was saying before, but now she looks forward to you. I suppose I should thank you for the work you have done to release me. Thank you. As she just looks over, she takes those two braids that are along each side of her head. It pains me to part with this, but I suppose. And she gives you the two braids that... Those braids have sapphire cords just kind of draped in them from her hair. And she looks down towards you, Enoch, and... Actually, she would hand them to you, Dan, since you're the one that released her.
Right. Dan will take the braids. Thank you. And you're welcome.
Well, now the question remains: what do these do?
Those are some of my prized possessions, but a small pittance for the cost of my freedom. And again, I must thank you all. As she looks around, and she does some gestures in an arcade pose.
How did you even
She
end up in
vanishes.
here anyways?
Yep, she vanishes.
Dang it, I was... But when she was saying that, could I have insight her at all?
What were you wanting to insight from her?
She kind of dodged the "what are these" kind of questions, so I kind of just want to judge
Yeah, you can roll an insight check on that.
if she's being tricksy. Let's
Yeah,
see.
you can roll an insight check on that.
17?
You kind of get the sense that as you're looking at the braids or the cords that she left behind, it seemed like she was feigning, absolutely losing them. But those do look like very nice looking braids. So as
Okay.
she waved her hand as she gives you a nod, and she vanishes in a swirl of sand.
So
What?
Zeno's gonna look at Enoch. I don't trust that because I know what these things are capable of. Can you identify those?
I mean, I can tell you if they're magic.
I can identify them, but yeah, let's find out if they're magic first before we start sitting around
Okay.
identifying things.
Miller, are they magic?
Yeah.
They are not magical.
No, I think they're just expensive.
Yeah,
Alright.
they'll forgive me being cautious. One of the few things I actually remember from school is don't fuck with genies.
So, for the sake of brevity, she gave you 2 sapphire cords. They're each worth 1,250 gold pieces.
Oh,
Whoa!
Ooh.
on the other hand, we're rich now.
This is weird. Never thought I'd be here. Huh.
True.
This-
I never thought I would be in a tomb created by a mad necromancer filled with horrible things either. Look where my
Speaking
life
of
has
which,
brought me.
can we finally get out of here, please?
You know, I think it's time for us to mosey on.
That
All right, where do you guys want to go? You can leave outside of Papa Sal's tomb, or you can explore that other secret door in that hallway.
No.
It is true. There is another secret door.
that woman was gigantic. As
Yeah.
Tyrant Payne walks toward the door.
Eric may discover something about himself this day.
Steven Universe music just starts playing in his head.
A
Like,
giant woman.
if you guys ever saw the Purple Eyes What the Fuck thing where they he sees the one chick and Dreaming of You by Selena starts playing.
Tyrant Payne's gonna get back to the elders when he survives. He's like, so there are tiny women in bottles, and then when you let them free, they become big women, hand you braids, and leave. I don't understand.
Alright.
So, yeah, should we do the secret door before we leave out there?
Oh yeah, there's more door.
Yeah. Secret tunnel!
Secret tunnel through the tomb.
Let's go.
All right, time to reveal this part of the map.
Like, Zeno's just thinking, if it leads getting out of here, oh my god.
That is a lot. All this is a lot to take in.
That's dangerous looking.
That is
The
a
air
pentagram. I'm saying it's above game, by the way.
So, the air here reeks of sulfur and brimstone. On the floor of this chamber, a pentagram traced in salt surrounds an ornate sarcophagus. Its lid covered with figurines of prancing frog-like humanoids.
Guys, are we about to summon the devil? Again, saying this above game.
Does anyone
I'm sure
pass
nothing
No.
ominous is in here.
No, it's just Frog Satan, Freyton.
Like,
Oh, Freyton.
Hail, Freyton.
like, shout out to Ultima. Are we summoning Malkir?
I'm.
Well, considering there are frogs, I assume this will refer to only a jewel can tame the frog.
So,
Kuba's on
before I
fire.
answer that question, Tyrant Bane, you hear Obalaka chime in. I think the salt pentagram could use more salt. Do you have some more that you can add to it?
I might. Obalaka wants me to add more salt to this pentagram.
Do we have any salt?
Dan,
Yeah, we have
can that magic jug of yours make salt?
That is a good question. I think it's only fluids, but
Oh yeah, for the alchemy jug, yeah, just fluids.
nope.
Wait, I thought.
I could make salt water, but then we'd have to, get the water part out of it. Only get the salt.
Well, what's on the sarcophagus? Enoch asks, having not been able to see from the back of the line.
You see depictions of various frog-like people dancing about. You actually see there's a couple of figurines of frogs standing on top of the sarcophagus.
No tentacles?
No tentacles.
Well then, I believe that we have found the tomb of Nang Nang.
None of the current spirits have any beef with Nang Nang, right?
No.
Let me double check.
As far as I'm aware, Papazzato's beef is with the bigger frog, Kupazan.
Right. And we already know Moa dislikes
Wongo.
Wongo.
Oh, yeah, Wongo. Obalaka does not like Egypt.
The figurines look like grungs at all.
They do, yes.
Oh, hey, it's the frog people we've been fighting this whole time.
I love funny meme frog. Well, for Obalaka's warning, probably this, whatever this is fading. Either we could go ahead and add to it and just restore whatever seal's binding it. Though with the smell in the air, I don't think we should disrupt it or break it entirely.
Well, if we're still trying to get all the 9 gods together, we're probably gonna need to open that tomb.
Well, if you need anybody to volunteer, I need to take one of these guys.
I would recommend mage handing to see if you could push the sarcophagus open. I don't want to disturb the salt circle.
Oh, that was a given. Like, I'm not gonna step on that.
All right, good. I just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page here.
Since Tyrant Bane is going to breathe deeply in the air. Tell me what I sniff, Milla. Do I smell demon?
Oh, divine sense. Okay, let me double check real quick. Guess I have to look something up here.
I mean, there is a lot of sulfur in this air.
Yeah, I got hell stank. Normalize smell-based divine sense so I can go, it smells like bitch in here.
It smells like a toot.
It smells like a foul toot.
Let's see. You do not detect any fiends or undead. The ground is definitely desecrated.
The only thing I can smell is that all this is heavily desecrated. But the kind of smells that that really, really raise my fur on end, like undead or fiends. Squints at description, fiends. I don't smell anything like that.
Okay. Enoch wants to check out this little divot in the wall.
Okay, let me just double check real quick here. Let's see. They're basically just like columns that are just kind of built out, jutting from the wall, so nothing really special about those. Oh, that tunnel you're at right there?
Yeah, the tunnel.
Oh, that tunnel.
Yeah, this tunnel.
Let's see if I... The tunnel slopes downwards as you're looking down that way, and I want you to roll a perception check for me.
Okay. That's a natural one.
Natural one. Yeah, you don't really notice anything, but just a tiny little crawl space. You swear you see. It looks like some sort of fluid from that direction.
Draco, you're hawk miking a little bit, by the way.
Oh,
I'll
disconnect and reconnect, see if that fixes it.
Yeah. So, I think I see some kind of fluid down here, but the path slopes downward. Which makes me wonder about what might happen in here.
Are we able
Would
to...
it be worth it?
Is it a space that is squeeze-in-able?
Yeah. It's a bigger creature would probably have a lot difficult time squirming their way through it. It's possible, but it would take a while. Otherwise, Yuki looks... I mean, I'm big enough for it. I could probably squeeze in there.
I have a thought.
What's
It
that?
might just be that this is the drain for the wine trap from up above. Like, all that wine has to go somewhere. Maybe it flows down there and into this room when the trap is done.
No, this path goes down. It would have to go up if it was going that way.
Well, here, let me try. And you see Yuki just kind of squeeze through there. Oh, yeah. Definitely smells like the wine from that other room.
Yep, wine.
And you just see her, do the little butt wiggle as she just makes her way back out.
So yeah, it must drain into here for some reason.
Or it's overflow.
Enoch just starts massaging his head. Did we have to activate that trap just so we could be in this room?
Maybe.
If that's the case, it doesn't explain why all this. Maybe. I would think it would wash away all this salt.
Yeah.
But as Enoch said, this slopes down. Really, what that would do is fill up at some point.
I'm not really too versed in stonework or engineering, so I'm not really certain how that would work. But I'm going to take a look at the salt. Does it look like stained red with wine?
Perception check.
Oh boy. Tyrant, stop rolling on things you have no business of doing. 17. Oh, wow. Surprised myself to death.
I mean, it's a little dusty, because, that salt's probably been there for a while, but you don't really see any traces of red or wine or any other debris in it.
It didn't, what's the common word? Backwash? It didn't backwash into here. The salt isn't stained, it's just very old. See a lot of dust on it.
So is there anything on these pillars over here?
For those pillars, they just kind of stretch to the ceiling, but aside from that, the salt just kind of wraps around in each of those points around there.
Alright. Does anybody have any gems?
I have one left. Here, I will just plop it into your hand.
Alright. So, general thought. Only a jewel can tame the frog. There are frogs on the sarcophagus. Going to assume it's something along those lines.
Yeah, I guess, since Froghemoth and Frog seem to be completely different creatures to the Omuans.
Yeah.
Going to gently hop over the salt.
Okay. As you get to that point right there,
Ah, good.
you feel a bump. as you inadvertently find yourself striking something. I have to double check something real quick here. My apologies.
You get a +4 because you're close enough to me. Thank God I had the foresight.
I feel like at this point, Tyrant Bane just wants to carry everyone under his arms. You're all protected.
No one's dying with me.
I guess someone just got really salty by being stepped on.
Again, just looking at this point of like both games, I was looking at Rue like, God, I am going. She's going to die, and I'm going to be so mad.
As you cross over the salt, you hear a voice in your mind, Rue, as you hear a chuckle. I didn't think you would be foolish enough to cross the salt.
You are so quiet, my dude. I can't even hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
just Rue speaking in her mind. You got to speak up, dude. The demon's like, oh,
What?
Is this louder? Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Were you talking to me? Yeah.
I was in a tunnel.
Sorry, bad reception.
You know, the stone around here is kind of enchanted. We can't really hear you.
Yep.
How many bars do you have with your psychic interference here? Because I've got 0.
I'm on the Edge network and it sucks.
Right.
Alright, so now I can actually see this properly.
No, wait, what was he saying? I didn't hear. I didn't hear the threat
You
anymore.
hear chuckle. I've been trapped in this circle for so long. And you had to break it by crossing over it. I suppose I should thank you, though. And I'll need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, boy.
Fantastic.
Wow.
So we're trying to make this real quick.
God, Tyrant Bane, Hag Bane,
Oh boy,
Spider Bane.
that one.
Is there anything?
Bane.
Is there anything I won't be a Bane against?
You know,
10.
Caitlin, I need to ask,
Hmm?
are you trying to hook up with Death? Because you've been flirting with it all this time.
Look, Caitlin has a patience meter. It goes down fast.
It's true. It's true.
Yuki's on things.
He was ready for shit to go down.
I mean, have you ever really seen a small dog? They're always ready for something to happen.
That's fair.
It's why Chihuahuas permanently have the shakes.
I'll never forget this small Iggy I saw. That thing could phase through rock. Thing was always like flash vibrating through stuff.
And Chihuahua Dachshund mix. He would shake so much.
Man, I'd name that dog Tremors on principle.
I named him Spot. He had a white spot on the back of his neck, so I couldn't resist.
Oh, cute. Well, so Caitlin, third character?
I literally have a couple lined up, so you know.
You know what? After you died, I made a second one, so.
I've had a second one prepared this whole time.
Yeah, we almost TPK'd in one of our earliest sessions, so we've had to have backup characters for this whole time.
I just need to actually transfer mine over.
If you think Tyrant Bane is a calm pillar, is a calm yet calm, reserved yet quietly shaking volcano of divine fury, the other character is not.
Ironically enough, my backup character is also a druid, so we could potentially have 3 druids.
My backup character's a pirate. Because I just thought that sounded fun.
My character, I won't tell you because I don't want to jinx my ass, so.
Rabbit.
Hmm.
Do you remember Black?
Yes.
Black.
I love you. Okay. Okay.
I don't know what this black is, but it sounds amazing.
Hopefully you won't find out, but we'll see.
Alright.
I know Count Black from Super Paper Mario, but that's about it.
I'll say
So-
this: if you If you both like or hate my character now, you're going to like or hate my second character.
It's like we never even lost landfill. My initiative again get added to the tracker. I forgot to click my dude. You want me to roll it again or just tell you what I rolled, bud?
Just tell me what you rolled, I'll add it.
10. It's a 10.
10, okay. Alright, so a 10 from there. And we'll go ahead and sort by descending. Yep, Orvix goes for Kawasha. We'll start with this thing's turn as emerging from seemingly right in front of you, you see this form as it begins to unload upon you in a flurry as you're surprised since it is invisible.
It's an archdevil, we're about to die.
A gray frog-like form with spikes protruding from its arms just stares down at you as it begins to bite you and claw you. That is a 24 to hit for a bite, a nat 20 from a claw, and a soft 20 to hit you.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, it's a battle code.
You take 8 points of piercing damage from the bite.
Okay.
The claws do a D8. Oh no, a D10. Oh boy. 20 points of slashing damage plus.
The fuck she does! The fuck she does with the Divine Allegiance!
Alright, so
I take 20 damage!
Alright, so you take 20 damage, and
You know what? Would you like me to half that damage for you?
Sure.
Yes, thank you, Big Dan.
I'm gonna share that pain, and we get back at the slot.
It passes with a 21. It has advantage on the save.
Alright, so at least turn pain only takes half that damage.
Yep, and then Rue, you take another 5 points of slashing damage.
Alright. So not bad.
I've been trapped in here for so long, and then you had to come around.
Oh, I got bad news. I got bad news for you, kid. It's 8-1.
Alright, well, now we'll start with the top of the turn order, and Yuki.
Well, since this is, shit hit the fan right now, whoop, he's gonna run on over here and flank the poor Slod. Wait, why'd I say poor? Because we're just gonna assault this poor thing. But Yuki's gonna bark. Advantage.
Alright, Elise.
Why, thank you. Hunter's mark.
Alright.
Sharpshooter.
Alright.
19 for the first shot.
I believe that just hits. So yeah, go ahead and roll your Hunter's Mark and base damage.
15 piercing and 3 hunters.
Alright, so a total of 8.
And I'ma do it again.
Alright.
27.
That hits. Roll all the damage this
And
time.
since that hit, I am going to use, if I can find it, I'm going to use one of my arcane shots, and I am going to use Grasping Arrow.
Okay.
Uh,
Refresh because of the screen, so give me just a second.
I'll just... Let me hear.
Alright. Link that for me then.
It's a lot of text, but it's towards the bottom. When this creature strikes its target, Conjuration Magic creates grasping poisonous brambles which wrap around the target. The creature hit by the arrow takes an extra 2d6 poison damage. Its speed is reduced by 10 feet, and it takes 2d6 slashing damage the first time on each turn it moves 1 foot or more without teleporting.
Alright, let me just look up some things on here.
That's that. Let me roll all the other damage.
Let's see. It is not resistant to poison damage. Alright.
That's a rarity.
That's gonna be 9 poison, and then just whenever it moves next, it'll take 8 slashing.
Alright. So that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 23, 31 points of damage total.
Also, a word of note: the movement it doesn't clarify that the movement has to be forced.
Oh, that's rad.
Let's bully a
Wait.
slod.
Wait, so I can shove it and it takes the damage?
That's what it looks like. Yeah, unless
Well,
Miller
if only
says
you had
otherwise.
if only you had a young strapping Minotaur who could shove it.
Well,
Gosh, if only.
Wouldn't that be so handy if the bearer that would be right next to it has Sentinel too?
Oh, isn't that just... Oh, that's just handy-dandy, isn't it?
Alright. Anything else for yours then, Elise?
No, I'm good.
Alright. Enoch, it's your turn.
Man, Caitlin, you and me are going to be complete dicks to this thing.
Enoch sighs and just walks over to it. And he just looks up at the big guy. I'm sorry to tell you this, buddy, but I've got a new motto. I bow to no one. Oh, 18, which means it
18.
won't hit.
18 just hits.
Oh, it does.
Oh.
Well then, that's a 5th level inflict wounds.
Oh! Oh! Okay, then.
Once again, the JoJo meme.
28
What
points of
the-
necrotic damage.
Yeah, so Enoch literally just puts his hand onto this thing. It starts to glow yellow, and this thing just anime 1,000 cuts.
Just grabs the face. Do you want to know what death tastes like?
That ends Enoch's turn.
Alright. It's Orvex's turn. He's going to step right next to Tyrant Bane here. Take his crossbow. Bonus action, he has to load it, and then he will fire at this creature. And miss. Thanks, Orvex. That's all he can do. Kawasha, in the meantime, will be just on the other side of this column. He's going to produce flame and huck the moat at it. And also misses. That's all he can do. Rue, it's now your turn.
Oh boy. I'm a first cast a spell Barkskin on me, myself, and I for my action.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd become Burr
Big
with
bar.
my bonus action.
Woodburr.
That's a big bear.
Become a fire.
Gonna just roar in this guy's face. And that is basically all I can do.
You see a quick glance of surprise as it sees you change shape. Alright, Zeno, it's your turn.
So, because everyone's around this guy, if I attack, does that give advantage?
I suppose if you were right here, you would have advantage on the melee attack. From there,
Well, I'm not doing melee. I'm gonna do a chaos bolt.
you would not have advantage, but you can still attempt to shoot him. What level are you casting the cast bolt?
Just first.
Alright, roll the hit.
There it is.
Deterred purple magic, non-detected.
My lucky number to do the thing, and a nat 20 to give me extra.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's automatically max damage on the first initial roll. Roll for the damage for the supplemental one.
Let's see what this elemental is.
So, because you crit with that, you can either have one of the damage choices be... So, max would be... Let's see, that would be 16, 17, 20, 20. So it's 22 plus 10, which is 32. So that's a choice of either... force, lightning, or thunder damage. What damage are you making this?
If I get to choose, I'm choosing lightning. Or choosing thunder. One of the
Okay.
two. Like it's gonna get shocked from this.
Alright, so, because there are no other choices, because crit damage does count for choicing, or does count for the additional bounce that Gasbolt does, it's a creature of your choice. So, I'll allow it so, it doesn't bounce to any of your allies, so that's 32 points of damage. Of thunder damage.
The biggest chaos bolt I've ever had.
I'll say. And yeah, this creature is definitely looking worse for wear.
Look what you gods has in having to do this the stupid way.
We haven't even gotten the Tyrant Bane yet.
He said that in character, by the way.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely in character. Dan's like
Yep.
lounging on his broomstick. I don't feel like I even need to do anything at this point.
Alright. Anything else for your turn, Zeno?
Oh, that's it.
Alright, Tyrant Bane, you're up.
Oh, good. Okay. Oh yeah. We're gonna go. Let's see. Oh yeah. Beep beep boop. So all right. Running in with a mighty bullish bellow and big flaming sword of pain. Let's go.
Alright, roll the hit with your Flame Tongue Longsword. A 27 will hit.
Hey, doesn't the dog give me advantage?
The advantage was
going
used
on.
for at least a hit on the first attack.
Oh, that's right.
But
That's right.
he is flanking with me.
Yeah, but he is flanking, so you do get advantage, which means that you do get that nat 20!
Yeah.
The
Oh,
question is, do you
we're
wish
so
to
smiting. We're so smiting.
You're smiting, okay. This is technically not a
preferred.
feat, so you don't get the additional d8 from it, so...
Okay, so there's that.
Geez, so max on that, so 16...
Oh my
16,
god.
20
And
points
thi-
of slashing damage.
And we're
Plus-
using the second level smite.
So
My
that's
third slots were
20
used for hugs.
34 points of slashing and fire damage, plus roll the d8s.
Okay, let me
Oh,
find out how many d8s I
God.
get.
Uh,
Let's see, Divine
At
Smite,
first level?
second level. Alright, 2d8 for first, plus d8 for C spell. Oh, that's 5d8. So it would be 3, and it's doubled on crits, so it's 6d8.
well, it's max plus that, so you automatically get 24 points of 24 points of radiant damage, plus the 3d8. So roll 3d8 for me.
So roll 3 more d8. Gotcha.
Yep.
It's another 9.
So 24, 31, plus 34 is 65 points of damage.
Jesus.
How do you want to do this?
Still.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this, Tyrant Bane?
A massive bellow, and I will yell in Omuan, "You are free!" And I will impale him with both my horns and also my flaming sword through his chest. And out the back of him is going to be a giant explosion of just confluent holy fire.
It slumps as it attempts to grab for your Flame Tongue Longsword, but it just slumps. And as it dies...
Ooh, when he died, while he's dying, can I throw him off my horns by flipping backwards, just shooting him off into the wall?
Sure. The body
Yeah!
will just... The body, as you flip it over, it just collides onto the floor behind you. And it remains motionless. It is dead. And as we conclude our combat for this very short-sighted thing, that's where we're going to have to end our session for tonight.
You know what I love about that too? That also triggers the vines, which ripped it to shreds while it was being
Yep.
thrown. And
It's just a lump of meat thrown behind me.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I am awesome!
I've been trapped in here for 1,000 years. Conveniently just gets blown to shit.
well, goodbye then. I just imagine Dan's on his broom. He has the alchemy jug. He's turned it to ale, and he's just drinking it, watching the show. Well, that was fun.
Hold on. I got such a gift for you.
No. When you said holy fire blasts out the back of him, I just imagine Enoch reaching up to his one existing eyebrow and then just putting it out.
All right. But yeah, great session tonight, everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I just imagine, like, Rue turned into the bear and roared in the guy's face, and then Tyrant Bane just comes barreling in and shreds it to pieces, and Rue just looks at him like, what the heck, man?
I can't believe you took my kill.
I'm sorry. You're in danger. You're in danger. You're in danger.
Tyrant Bane was just like, I'll save you!
This is what I trained for! Big monster! I tried Monster Hunter! Look at sword! Look at shields! SS main! Come on!
Look, I'm sorry, you just weren't fast enough.
Also,
Kill stolen? No! Kill confirmed! God! Kill confirmed!
Enoch's also just like, wow, that's the first time this one didn't turn to dust.
It's weird,
after
right?
I impaled him, he probably wished he did.
I also love the whole, no, I take your damage. I'm just gonna reduce that.
Oh yeah, no, I fucking love that ability so much. Like, I'm just like, the fuck you will.
Love the synergy we have. You take the damage, I make sure you don't take too much damage.
Everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
I've never played a paladin until me guessing on this campaign, and I just gotta say, wow, what a fuck-busted class. I love this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Paladins can be really gross.
All right. Ah.
Well then, let's start going around the horn. Caitlin, where can they find you?
Oh, CaitlinC37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at CaitlinC37, where I do art. Commissions are technically open. They're almost full, so get them while it's hot, I guess. Boy, is it hot. That's pretty much it for me.
All right. Well then, moving on. DeLuna, where can they find you?
They can find me at DLuna1338 on Twitter. Burnout, with your permission, may I post a link to the computer I'm selling?
Sure. Just drop it in the Discord and I'll just post it. It's easier than just trying to get permission.
Yes, for those of you who might be in the market, me and a buddy of mine are selling a computer. It's going through his shop. It is a R5 5600 and a RTX 3060. I actually I built this one basically all on my own for him, and he's just selling it for me. And yeah, if you need a computer, there it is.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well then, moving right along. Chaco, where can they find you?
Hi, you can find me here on Tuesdays playing Elise. You can find me on Twitter at ChocoZombie101. Soon on Thursdays, you can find me and DeLuna playing over on twitch.tv/TwitchThePerson in a Power Rangers tabletop RPG, currently dubbed Cyberstrike. And aside from that, that's pretty much what I got going on.
All
I can't wait
right.
to play Nova. Nova's gonna be Zeno, but smarter.
Also, real quick, I'm actually being called away, so this is good timing. I'm actually just gonna hop out. So you guys have a good night.
Have a
Hey,
good one, Caitlin.
Good night.
Bye.
Take her easy. Goodbye.
Bye.
Also, Milla, where can they find you?
Hello. When you don't find me here DMing for this lovely bunch of expeditionaries that is not totally a comedy of errors, you can also find me occasionally on Twitter at MillaNinjaNerd, on Twitch sometimes when I stream at MillaNinja, and also coming up, I have been taking part in another campaign, possibly with a separate group of people. Those might get posted online, more details to come. And also on Monday nights at twitch.tv/Jake, where we play through Trials of Edos, like you see of the Deal Breakers. Our party just dealt with a dragon who was in disguise of a noble that apparently attacked the town we were in. And now we're basically deep in enemy territory after the portal that was behind us closed. We got a long way to go and a short time to get back to the summit, so tune in next week to find out what we encounter along the way. That's it for me.
Alrighty. And Draco, where can they find you?
Everyone, you can find me on YouTube as Draco Magnius. You can find me on Twitter at DMagnius. And you can find me here on Twitch at Draco_Magnius. I stream Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday now at 10 p.m. East Standard Time. However, this week I will be streaming Saturday instead of Friday due to a D&D game that I'm not streaming happening on Friday. Scheduling is a thing. But anyway, I'm streaming Super Paper Mario on Wednesday. We are going through the green door and going into space. We don't really have a spacesuit, which is going to be a bit of a problem, but we'll deal with that. On Thursday, I am streaming a new game that has yet to release called Ren's Demons. And now that I've played through it a little bit, I have some more information. The world got screwed by a demon lord named Johnner. I am not kidding, that is his name. And we are the prophesized child who will save the world. And because the goddess is enacting her will through me, no one is allowed to help me, because that is blasphemy. You see. So, 10-year-old kid has to figure out how magic works and weapons work and figure out how he's going to save the world with no plan at all. But there's some ancient artifacts in places that you could grab and maybe that'll help. I don't fucking know. The goddess knows.
Alright.
And on...
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Saturday, Dragon Quest XI. Back to side quests!
Yeah, boy!
Woo!
I know that.
Okay, now I'm done.
I know that feeling as I am mostly spending my time now in Bravely Default just grinding the boss weapons before the last fight.
Yeah.
But Rabbit, where can they find you?
Yo, what's up? My name's Rabbit. I'm a writer and I'm also a comedian. You can go ahead and find me on Twitch and Twitter at Hey Mr. Rabbit. I have a side gig where I go ahead and I write, proofread, and storyboard projects for people. If that's something that interests you, go ahead and hit me up on my business email, or you can go ahead and just DM me on Twitter. I'll go ahead and get to you. I stream Monday through Friday on twitch.tv/HeyMrRabbit. I'm a variety streamer. I normally stream RPGs, retro games, and horror games are my three wheelhouses mostly. Been doing all kinds of fun stuff. The name of the game is RuneScape. I just said fuck it, just dipped into the purple drink, and I'm basically a RuneScape streamer, but the game's really fucking fun. So, that's always a really fun time. And it's a pretty chill time if you want somebody to go ahead and tell you old Pop-Pop's dum-dum stories. If you're working or something, you need some background noise, I'm your one-stop shop, baby. Twitch.tv/HeyMrRabbit.
Can highly recommend.
Mm-hmm.
It is a fun time. I learned there from occasion.
Yes, and well, you've already found me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on YouTube and Twitter at BurnoutVaughn, where I'm uploading all of this, and hopefully soon I'll be posting something new here. But that's all in the works, which is going to eat up a lot of my time, so there won't be much streams this week. I will try to let you know as they become available, but hopefully soon, like I said, in August, we're going to be starting up a very special thing here up on Thursdays. And speaking of Thursdays, well, I already know who we're probably going to raid because they're never on at this time, so, It would help if I could spell on my own fucking keyboard. There we go. We're going to go raid our good friend, one Punkyard Dog. And I'm just going to say for the raid message, just see you Thursday.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Funky.
Yep.
Quote of the day.
Oh, yes. And with 100 bits from El Robot, the quote of the session, it goes to me. Do you resist? No.
No.
You gotta remember, Enoch is just getting tireder and tireder because he can't sleep and he just has to put up with all of this.
Yeah.
Alright, well, it's been a fantastic time and we will see you all next week.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Yasumi.
Bye.